Taken. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And I am doing the final day of the 12 Days of Fuel Pagan Witch Challenge started by Ivy the Occultist, if you didn't know. Um, and the last question is, where will your occult practices or practice go next? So what am I going to be doing next in my spiritual life? And I made some notes so I can stay on track here. Um, One of the things that I would like to do more is writing things down. And it seems like, oh, well, you have all those planners, but I realize I'm like working on a specific thing, but like day to day, I'm really haven't been utilizing all of the books, all of the journals that I have. So I'm gonna do better in my spiritual practice of just writing like keywords, like things that just pop in my head. Sometimes I get downloads and I think I'm going to remember. And the reality is I'm just not. And I think it would just be better fitting for me to kind of, even if it's the notes app on my phone, I've got to start doing better. Because this idea that I'm gonna get to it later in the week and remember is just it's not working. So there's that. Um, which means also I was thinking of starting a commonplace notebook. That's basically something where you kind of jot down your notes and part journal. If you're researching something, you basically have a lot of different information. It could be themed, but from my understanding, I can kind of, it's just a commonplace notebook, something I just have on me and write down whatever. That's something a lot of back in the day type situation, like way back in the day people would do stuff like that. They would have it like a little pocket notebook and just be writing it down. Like when you see like the old, I'm thinking like Sherlock Holmes or something, and was always writing something down in their little notebook, keeping tabs on everything. So like that type of situation. That way, when I'm doing my version of Sidewalk Oracle, where you sort of just out and about outside and you are picking up on you're paying attention in a different way to the natural environment and looking for signs and symbols potentially. So yeah, writing things down. A deeper connection within my cottage witchery practice. So that's going to involve which is good because I'm coming into this year feeling better, just across the board outside of a minor congestion. I can handle that. um, I'm otherwise healthy. I'm otherwise feeling pretty good about life and about things. So I'm feeling really good right now. So um, it's good that I'm coming in that way because that means I don't have something I'm trying to work on, some additional healing or something like that that's taking my energy. So I can hone my practice a little bit better. I feel like there's things that I kind of start, but I don't come back and finish. So I definitely would like to do that. For instance, I feel like I let too much time go in 2023 working with my house spirits and the spirit of the home. I feel like maybe even though I'm here, I was home most of the time, that I was just basically ignoring it and things started going missing around the house, stuff like that. So I want to do better with that situation. Just my cottage witchery practice in general, just deepening it and being a little more consistent with some of the things that I do ritual wise. And then working more with the water element. So this is something I started doing in 2023. I want to continue this particular elemental study of magic, just more with water. I think in the absence of water, because I'm in the desert, it's important for me to keep that connection. So when I have an opportunity this year, can't in 2024 because it's now this year, when I have the opportunity to travel someplace with the body of water, I will be taking samples and taking it back with me. But I will definitely make sure I have like just a mini ritual, even if it's in public, that I can do with the water. I'm kind of looking forward to that. And of course, there's going to be my personal ritual work. I'd like to definitely just increase more of the personal rituals that I do. I work with a coven, love that. And I know I need to also do some separate rituals more often. for myself. It's fine working within a coven and doing things, but at the same time, there are certain, you know, things, personal things that I like to be in ritual with, and I definitely appreciate that I can work with the coven, but in between, I need to keep that same energy. So that's something I definitely would like to sort of make sure I'm staying on task with and consistent. And when I say consistent and on task, it doesn't mean like it's a chore. It's more like I realize I'm at the point in my life where I do have time to do things, but that can almost be an obstacle because I do have time to do things. So I feel like I can do all the things, and realistically, I just can't. So I need to be better organized about how I'm splitting up my day, and what am I truly. There are certain days of the week I'm going to be exhausted. I'm out running all day. So I know that I'm not going to maybe want to perform a ritual unless it's already planned and it's like with my coven. But by myself, I probably won't. So I'll be diligent about like making sure I schedule rituals and observance of like feast days for deities I personally work with, and I want to do something special. So I'm trying to just keep all that in mind. Then, speaking of my coven, stepping more into my high priestess role. And what that means is basically I have a lot of plans and ideas to share with my coven, and that is a big part of my spiritual practice, so it counts. So just kind of beefing up my role a little bit more as far as having things just more organized. And I've already created our coven planner so that we can kind of the way we do our coven. I have a planner that sort of supports that. So um, part of that is using the planner. I already have it all set up for 2024, so I'm ready to go with that. So it's already printed out and cut and put in a binder. So I'm good to go with that. But that's part of the process, is making sure that I have those things situated. And just the if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. That's kind of my attitude about my spiritual practice, making sure I have my oils, my herbal blends, making sure I'm stocked up on my candles, making sure that if because I'm deciding, I'm not deciding, I've decided I'd like to begin to make more of my own candles. So making sure that I get the right supplies and I have everything all situated for when I'm ready. That way, that's not a hindrance to me trying to cast something or do something. Um, just more divination in my practice, because some of this overlaps working with water, so more water divinatory type work. Um, and continuing my work with the deities that I do work with. And I'm assuming probably another one's going to pop up in 2024, so that'll be interesting. But other than that, that is basically my practice. Now, as it relates to YouTube, because I talk about witchcraft on this channel. So, um, all right. I'm not changing the formula. I'm going to just keep with it and just keep going at the pace that I'm going. You know, I do want to share more of the cottage witch side of my practice. I had done that before. I kind of backed off. I think I'm gonna, and that'll help me with the accountability part. So I think I would like to show more of like, what does that look like and what does that mean? So there you might get some more videos of me not sitting down talking, but doing something or explaining something, at least probably more vlog style, but more to come on that. So that's something that'll probably change a little bit more. The direction is more about cottage witchery, um, which is all encompassing, by the way. I referred to myself as an eclectic witch for years, and I realized more specifically I have this connection to Hearth Home, so that's where the cottage witch part came in. You could say Hearth witch, it's fine. it's they're in my mind, they're a little interchangeable for the most part. They are. I just would not call myself a kitchen witch because it's not just kitchen witchery, although cottage witchery involves kitchen witchery. So it's like I said, it's more of an eclectic situation, folk magic, all that sort of stuff. But this channel also, I say, I also talk about the esoteric. So I would like to definitely spend a lot more time going into those topics as well, and just sort of talking some of it through. I don't know if you noticed on my channel, I really don't talk about organized religion as far as like using it in a practice. I might change some of that in 2024. Just from an educational point of view, maybe we'll look at some other books considered sacred. And why am I doing sick? You know what I mean? And maybe breaking some of those out. I I've stayed away from a lot of those types of books because I just there's so much trauma attached to the religion that those holy books use, and I don't necessarily want to use from them. But I don't mind for some things, kind of breaking some things down. For instance, let's really get into the conversation of I'm already have a video idea of like I constantly hear other practitioners say, "Oh, well, the Book of Psalms is the book of spells or something like that." So maybe we do a deep dive. Maybe we look to see what is it really and what's really in there from somebody who's been practicing witchcraft in various capacities for, we'll just say, more than a decade. So over a decade. So I'll something like that. Um, yeah, I don't mind looking at it from that perspective. And like I said, esoteric topics. I'd like to look at other divination practices, so I don't mind sharing that journey as well on this channel. I like talking about some of the more taboo topics. So I made a video about blood magic, but what if we dug a little bit deeper into that topic on spells using blood magic, but keep it high level, nothing to like get me in trouble here. And then some of the other things are just, using personal effects in your magic, or for, even if it's you're tying yourself to somebody else, that sort of stuff. But yeah, I have a couple different ideas, like definitely kind of honing in on spell work, how spells are done. I'm pretty sure I have a series about that, but doesn't hurt to kind of bring that back up in the way that I practice now as a cottage witch. So yeah, that's just a little bit of more of what to look forward to. But for the most part, I'm going to keep with the same formula I'm working with, where I post videos on Sunday. Those are going to be planner, witchy planning type videos. And then Monday will be more of the journal, grimoire, book of shadows type videos. I love doing that, by the way. Wednesday, potentially more of the sit down like this, or I'm showing you something, maybe vlog style. And then Friday, I go live. So I'll be doing my witchy reviews. That's definitely coming in 2024. So I'll be basically reading anything under the occult type books and products and all types of stuff. I talk about movies or TV shows that might be related as well to the practice of magic or witchcraft and things like that. But we can lean more into the esoteric as well. Don't have a problem doing that at all. So that's where I will be going with my occult practice or my spirituality personally, and then what I share on YouTube. So thank you again for watching. I'm Mika. This is Leap Taken. I have very much enjoyed this 12 Days of Yule challenge. This has been fun. And yeah, I appreciate it. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you'd like, hit the join button to join Leap Taken membership here on YouTube, and also head over to leaptaken.com and check out the services that I offer as well. All right, thanks again. Bye.